Also, from the sources inside Burma that you have been getting, what is the situation there? Is the relief effort there getting better or not?
No, it's still a very slow response going to the cyclone victims. And we've been speaking to a lot of people in that area. We've been sending our stringers and reporters down to the Delta region. And even some of the villages, they haven't seen any aid or any packages and water, clean water coming to these areas. So it's such a very slow response, and in spite of that, government has been blocking, stalling the process of aid delivery by the international aid agencies. So I think we've seen a major unfolding humanitarian crisis in the Delta region, and it's out of comprehension that we couldn't understand why the military junta is installing the aid delivery process.
Right. Why do you think the military leaders of Burma do not want outside relief personnel to be there to help them distribute aid as soon and as widely as possible?
Well, I think there are some theories that military do not want foreign aid workers to go to there and directly delivering the aid and assistance because they don't want to have any connection with the local population. And as you know, that military leaders in Burma are very xenophobic, and they're very suspicious of the aid agencies and foreign aid workers. And even before the cyclone hit Burma, there has been a lot of tough regulations and restriction imposed by the military junta on UN agencies and INGO working inside the country. So, but this time is a best time for the military leaders to grab a chance because of even the U.S. The vocal critic of the Burmese military junta is offering the larger scale of the humanitarian assistance to Burma. And this is the best time to demonstrate to work together with the international community to save the lives of Burmese people, I think.
Do we see any soldiers or police maybe or officials sent by the government to help the victims at this moment?
Well, we now have about 400,000 Burmese soldiers in the armed forces, but we now barely about 10,000, approximately 10,000 soldiers are involved in a relief mission. And in so many areas, we got a very disturbing news that soldiers trying to stop the Buddhist monks who are trying to help the cyclone victims, soldiers, officials, and also police trying to chase down some of the local aid agency, humanitarian aid agency who are trying to help the cyclone victims. And also there were also widespread corruption in terms of the aid coming from Thailand, from other countries, being taken away by the officials and sold them to the black market in Rangoon. That was reported today in our stringer from Rangoon.
Do you agree with the proposal from some circles that the international community should intervene for humanitarian purposes? That means airdrops, that means really actually forcing their way into Burma to distribute aid.
Well, I think this is our editorial policy at the moment. Humanitarian intervention is needed in Burma at this moment to save the many lives in Burma. And also we are afraid of second wave of attack in terms of the infectious diseases, outbreak of the cholera and diarrhea and typhoid in that region. So if we want to save the hundreds of thousands of people's lives, I think it would be better. Burmese people are saying that, and then the large-scale humanitarian mission come into Burma, with or without the government's approval.
Yes.
So that's a responsibility to protect the people's people's life. And if we speak to people in Delta region, they are always looking up to the sky. And almost every day, because they heard the news of airdrop. They heard the news of U.S. fleet coming in. They heard the news of the international relief mission trying to deliver assistance by air. So it's disturbing news that they've been always looking at the sky and waiting for food and clean water and assistance.